Hello everyone, welcome to today's our tutorial for using the ggplot command to make graph. So the first thing that we need to make sure that we have is our data for sure, of course. So I already have my data right here. I uploaded my data, is my OH%O2. So it's already into the program. We're ready with that. And now another thing that you need to make sure is that you have the packages that you need. So this would be the ggplot command right here, the ggplot formula. And you would also need mosaics. And it's this one right here, mosaics, mosaic card, and mosaic data. This is just for a better functioning of the ggplot command, and also this helps just so that it reads all the data correctly, and especially if you have like any data that can be tricky or that have to be handled in a certain way. So now that we have our packages installed, let's go to plots. And so we have our data, we have our packages, and now let's use the ggplot command. So we're gonna plot ggplot, you get the command, and the first thing that you have to add is your data, the name of your data. So in my case, as you can see, the name of my data is OH%O2. So that's what I'm gonna put, OH%O2. It's right there. Then comma, and I'm gonna add the x's or axis for my graphs. So I'm gonna add AES. And so my x-axis is gonna be T period MS. And then my y-axis is gonna be OH period signal. Okay, and what I got, where did I get this from? It was from my data. So this is what it's showing. In my data or in my file, this is how it was structured. So this is the name that I give it, and that's how the program read it. So I need to make sure that what I put here is exactly written down as here, just because R is really case sensitive. So you would get errors if it's not exactly the same, because the program would not know what you're talking about or what you are telling it to look for. So with that, basically you will get your graph, and you would get you will get just like a blank graph without points or anything like that. So that's why we're gonna use the gm points command, and this is so that you get all the data points from the data. And so also I want to add some labels, so I'm going to use this other command called labs, and I'm going to put x equals, I need to make sure that I put quotation marks when I'm adding words, just because, as I said, R is case sensitive, and if you don't add quotation marks, it won't know what you're talking about, and it won't read it, and it will get an error. So I'm going to call my x axis time. I'm gonna put that it's in milliseconds, and then my y-axis is gonna be OH signal. So as you can see, you have to add the quotation marks, and you could add a title. I don't think it's really necessary for this one, but I'm just gonna add it just to show the example. I'm just gonna call this OH signal versus time. Okay, so right there we have our labels for the graph. It's basically, we can be done with this, but the thing is that the graph is gonna show kind of a little grid lines, and I don't really like that. I like when my graph looks pretty and just good looking graph, I would say. So I'm gonna use this other command called think classic. And now that we have everything, we have the data, we have our x's, or we tell the command what the x's are. We got our data points, the labels, and just a thing for our graph. So if I click enter, I should get my graph, and you see it right here. So you can see that I have my my x-axis, my y-axis, and my data points, as I told the program to do it. Hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching until the end.